In this video, I'm going to take a look at the universal collective, this global energy for the solar month of Leo 2026, July 22nd through August 21st. Welcome and greetings. Thank you for tuning in and watching or listening. My name is Edward, psychic medium, animal communicator, your soul messenger host, assisting us all, including myself, to live, love, and manifest a life that a soul intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. Okay, let's just jump in, shall we? So actually, I should say, quick introduction, go to my website, edwardragosta.community. Link readings if you'd like to have a private psychic reading session with myself and my guides, my spirit guides, by telephone, online Zoom, or if you are local or traveling, at Light Club Curiosity Shop in Warwick, New York, usually, most Saturdays and Sundays. And on my website, link readings is where current schedule will be, current rates, and how you can get in touch with me. And then on my website, link Medium Tarot TV is where all the current free videos will be, including accompanying theme healing songs for whenever you view, whenever you visit, and where you can subscribe to my video subscription service, Medium Tarot TV Plus. Feed your soul. Daily insight, foresight, make it your best life moving forward. All right, now let's jump right in. So we're going to continue where we left off with the zodiac year energy forecast video. 2026 is always launched with the Aries new moon, so that's April 17th, 2026 through April 5th, 2027. So now we're going to jump right in with our new current month energy. And again, we're talking July 22nd through August 21st, 2026. This is not bad, but interesting. It is introspective. We have to be careful not to be too hard on ourselves, which we usually are. We have to be careful of not holding a grudge, because that's going to energetically eat us up, deteriorate us. We have to be careful of that. And it's an energy brought to us by the influence of the planet Neptune. And the other energy is the air sun signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, specifically the youth, Y-O-U-T-H. And I usually attribute that to 28 years old and younger, though all air sun signs, male and female, will be activated, empowered, and or triggered. This is an energy that is going to lovingly force us to look at perhaps the world or our personal world through a different set of perspective, lens, or eye. Different perspective, definitely. Spiritual set of eyes, perspective, all the better, but it doesn't have to be. At least different. And a lot of things will be under scrutiny, personal scrutiny, with this energy combination. And we have to be careful, like I said, not to hold a grudge and not to take out any unwanted energy or frustration out on others. Unfortunately, some people like to share the misery more than they like to share the wealth. Right? Human nature. So be it. But I'm going to pretty much want to stay clear from those people or limited time. So this energy can be, which is the way we all should go, mentally aware, witty. I forget what else would I say. Mentally aware, witty, and perhaps curious. Okay. I forget what I usually say about that. But we have to avoid being a whippersnapper, which is, that's just a fun term that I heard in 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy Gale was called that from the wizard, probably because he felt that she was overstepping her boundaries. So we have to be careful of that as well. So, in essence, that means some of us will be drawing a line of things that are not acceptable anymore. And that would be looking at things from a different perspective. That's one option. We can do this without being arrogant. Okay? Just saying. Remember, you know the saying, you get more with honey than vinegar? That just means compassion rather than bitter. No one wants no one wants that. No one wants a bitterment. No one wants to be hanging around with bitter energy. Just saying. Okay. But wow, is this an introspective month? And of course, I'm not judging, but there will always be those who do not want to see things from a different perspective. They only want to see their point of view. It's also called denial, but that's besides the point. And again, we will want to spend limited time with these people whenever possible. All right, let's move on. I don't see this as a bad month. In fact, for some people, they could step into their personal truth and personal power. That would be brilliant. And that would be the way to go. All right, let's move on. With our weak energy, it's going to be the strongest July 21st through the 28th, though everything that falls on this day will carry the tone for the solar month in this case. This is the beginning stages of the element of water: love, passion, creativity, spirituality. Since it's the beginning stages, that's a built-in new cycle, new phase. Okay? Great. And this is the energy that's going to save us. This reminds me of, after that month energy, self-love, which was prominent for the Gemini new moon, took a notes, of Gemini new moon of June 14th. I think that's going to be the way that's going to save us. Self-love. Knowing what we are worth, knowing what we bring to the table in whatever situation, personal and or business. Okay? The energy that I attribute to this is news of love. Very nice. So it can be romance, a fine romance. We might want to let some people know that perhaps they're interested in us, or perhaps they'll let us know that they're interested in us. We're interested in them, or they're interested in us. In olden days, old-fashioned days, that would be pen to paper, would be a letter. I don't think that's completely dead, but modern times, that would be maybe not so much an email, but definitely a text. Okay. It's the opening up of the heart energy, heart energy center, heart chakra. All good. Opening. So we are to be open to allow, receive, and it is an offering in the making. So let's be open to that. Okay. Then, moving to the day energy, let's see what's going on for the day. We have the moon in Scorpio. That's going to add, not negativity, but intensity. Always does, Scorpio. The sun enters Leo at 3:13 p.m. Eastern. Happy birthday, Leos. Royalty of the zodiac. And the color of the day is topaz. Beautiful. Okay. Now, the day energy. This is where it gets a little tricky. I should say the Astrological Association for the day energy is the water sun signs. Zodiac Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Male, female, all ages. Okay. Activated, empowered, and triggered. And then for the actual day energy, this is a little bit tricky. The Astrological Association is Mars in Scorpio. And that kind of nudges the zodiac, part of the zodiac year energy, which is the influence of the planet Jupiter and Mars in Pisces. So look to see where Jupiter is in your chart for the zodiac year. And if you have the placement of Mars in Pisces, you're activating, empowered, and triggered. As well, if you have Mars, the placement of Mars in Scorpio, activated, empowered, and triggered. Okay, so the energy that I attribute to this is, it can be the moody blues. Can be. Or I always think of Give Peace a Try, John Lennon. When he had the, I don't know what you call it, the sleep-in, when he was in bed with the Yoko Ono. That was the 60s. Sit-in. Okay, for peace. Either 60s or late 60s or early 70s. Thinking 69, 1970. Okay, so anyway. Now, this reminds me of, do we see the proverbial glass, life experience? Proverbial glass is half empty or half full. Those, no judgment, those who see the glass as half empty are coming from lack or loss, usually due to an unfortunate circumstance of the past or present. If we see the proverbial glass as half full, then we are expecting the universe to replace. Of course, that's the way to go. But this could indicate an emotional healing that is necessary. Okay? If that is the case, please allow. Please allow. Now, I want to make a note about love. And I am thrilled to say that in my psychic readings, people are asking about love again. It's coming back around to love, because that gives me hope for the future. And with love, we, just looking at these combinations, if we want love in our life, that can include friendship, or a healthy friendship, roommate situation, business partnership, any type of relationship. Doesn't have to be only romance. Find romance. We have to know, like I said, we have to know what we are worth. We have to know self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence. We have to know what we bring to the table in the relationship. So if we have lack within, it's very hard to draw in a healthy relationship. It's very easy to draw in a codependent relationship, but it's very difficult to draw in a healthy relationship. So just keep that in mind, because that's what I'm thinking with this combinations of energies. So we should be working, if that's the case, we should be working on our sense of security or self within. Self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence. Or getting in touch with our personal power. Taking back our power from situations, circumstances, person, place, thing, from the past. Absolutely. So we can stand in our truth, stand in our power, know our worth, not necessarily being arrogant, but just knowing Confidence. That's what it comes down to. Self-love and self-confidence. That's what this month is coming down to. So I see this as a very interesting solar month. Not bad, just interesting. Now, I just want to give one example of looking at things from a different perspective. When we watch a movie or we read a book or a documentary, sometimes it's through the eyes of a certain character. That would be a different perspective. It could be an animal companion, it can be, whatever, human, spirit, but it's a different perspective, okay? All right, very well. So thanks for tuning in and watching or listening, and we hope to see you real soon in the next video, a reading, or just out and about. All right, until next time we connect.